So I think it is probably true that life has nothing to do with intelligence as we know it, and consciousness would probably has nothing to do with intelligence. So we can conceive of life without intelligence or consciousness without intelligence quite easily. So, the type of intelligence that we are implementing on artificial intelligence would not necessarily exist in life or consciousness. So that put the Roger Penrose's hypothesis that intelligence requires understanding and understanding requires consciousness on a really interesting, balancing point, because actually I do believe in the truth of Roger Penrose's thesis. But if consciousness can arise without intelligence, then what would be the mutual relationship between intelligence and consciousness? That is a really interesting topic, but I'm not going to talk about that today. What I would like to discuss is the fact that we are committed to intelligence, apparently, at least some of us are. So human beings are so obsessed about being intelligent and developing artificial intelligence. And why is it? Of course we can explain it from the point of view of evolution. Apparently having intelligence is adaptive in many circumstances. So it makes sense to be intelligent. If you're intelligent, you can build machines, you can, acquire more natural resources, and that would be great for your survival. So it makes sense to be intelligent. But on the other hand, I think there's something existential. I'm a believer in the possibility of existential risks as catalyst for the development of our soul and mind. And I think we are being obsessed about being intelligent and being more intelligent. We are on a mission to be more intelligent, to understand the universe. And I suspect that it has nothing to do with our survival per se. Actually, the more intelligent we become, the less likely we will be on this earth in 100 years from now, say. Because if we are intelligent enough to develop nuclear weapons. We are intelligent enough to develop artificial intelligence-assisted robots, which will destroy people. So and we are intelligent enough to think of mutually assured destruction, but we are not intelligent enough to go beyond it. So so all these circumstantial evidence would suggest that having intelligence does not necessarily mean that we would be better off. So why are we obsessed about intelligence? This is a genuinely interesting question. I think this is an existential cry for something. I mean, we are here and we like to be intelligent. At least some of us would like to be intelligent. We like to be so intelligent that we can solve the mind-brain problem. We would like to be so intelligent that we can solve the enigma of Korea. And we're on a mission to understand, I am on a beach in Izu Peninsula in Japan. I am here for an off-site meeting with a bunch of students and some adults, and we're going to discuss things. And I'm taking a stroll before the first meeting, and I'm thinking about intelligence, and I think I am obsessed about intelligence. And so why all the fuss? I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I will stop until I understand the origin of consciousness. That's my mission. Anyway, that was some musing about the origin of intelligence, or rather, our obsession on the issue of intelligence. Beautiful ocean. Quite a long.